Hello, welcome back to Sarah's Stitch. I'm Sarah, and this is my knitting podcast. So, this isn't going to be one of my normal episodes today. Sorry for the creaking, my neighbor's home. Hopefully this is going to be a very quick, concise, quick wrap up of the first half of December. If you've watched any of my other videos, I've mentioned it. I'm going to Switzerland for Christmas and I leave in about 6 hours. I haven't packed yet, but I've made a few Christmas gifts for my cousins' children that I need to send out, and I wanted to film this before I left and just kind of go through quickly my Advent projects, what I'm going to bring to Switzerland, what I'm just leaving here and gonna get back to when I get back on the 29th. And yeah, so let's get started. I will say, I don't know if it looks like it's knitted on camera or not. This hat is store-bought. I've had it for a few years now, but it's fleece lined. It's a very chilly day here in Hoboken, so acclimatizing to the cold, and hat went on this morning, so hat is not coming off because I don't even know what my hair is gonna look like underneath. But let me get started with quickly what the kids' gifts look like. So if you didn't watch the last episode, I decided to make all of my cousins' kids little amigurumi stuffies. So majority of them are Toft, but I showed this last time. So this is the unicorn, her pink little mohawk. This is for Emily, she's 3. Next we have, I think I showed this last time too, the gorilla. And this is for John, who is almost 6. He turns 6 in January. So this is for John. I think it looks like a gorilla, but I just think that because I made it. Ryan, my boyfriend, thinks just a general monkey. I was like, I mean, monkey's close enough to gorilla, right? So gorilla. And then the last Toft one is the T-Rex, which with his eyes and his tail. So this is for Michael, who just turned 6 November 10th when I was in Palm Springs. He's the one that turned 6 when we were in Palm Springs. So this is for him. And then, so I think I mentioned all 3 of these last time on my last episode, which was right before or after Thanksgiving. I can't quite remember, but so these are the 3 Toft animals. They were a joy to make, honestly, and very much would consider making more in the future just for myself because they're adorable. It was interesting getting used to crocheting on this tight of a gauge because I've not crocheted this tight before. I usually just make blankets, but I got used to it eventually. I made a few mistakes. The first one I made fully finished was the unicorn, which was probably good because it's white. So like the decreases aren't very tidy because I didn't read the instructions on how to do the decreases. I just did decrease. But overall I'm happy with them. And then this is the last one I made. And this is a little Grinch. I got the pattern off of Etsy. And I think the pattern came with a hat and a jacket option, but because none of the other ones had hats and jackets, I went with the no hat or jacket option, and I think I'm happy with it. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up, but I brushed, the pattern said to brush it with like a wire brush or something to make him fuzzy like the Grinch, so I did. I might have gone a little heavy-handed in some places and like pulled out my ends, oopsies, like that, but overall he's very adorable. I think he looks like the Grinch. My mom thinks he looks like an alien, but I think he's Grinch adjacent. Like if you saw that, you would hopefully think Grinch. And this is for Harrison, who's also 3. So these are the 4 stuffies all together and in age order. So, oh God, I'm not gonna be able to hold them all. But so these are getting packaged up, sent to my aunt, and hopefully they will get them all before they get to Richmond, leave Richmond, all of the things. But going to package them up. Maybe I'll get some footage of them all in their little bags. I don't know. I'm debating if I want to put like a little bit of vlogging footage in from this, just to see, I don't know, like at the end maybe of like my journey to Switzerland and all of the chaos that's going to ensue in the next 6 hours, because I'm still working today and packing and running around like a crazy person, making returns, sending things out, all of the good things. So now I will get into my Advents. So I've really only been working on my Advents. I haven't worked on my mom's sweater. I haven't worked on my dad's sweater. Haven't worked on Ryan's sweater. Haven't worked on, did I say Megan's sweater? Haven't worked on Megan's sweater. Haven't worked on anything except Advents and amigurumi. So I'm looking forward to some selfish knitting, selfishly. But so I guess I'll start with my first true Advent, which gave me a lot of issues, and I don't want to say wasted a lot of time, but it took a lot of time to figure out how I wanted to do it. I think I'm happy with it. If I'm not happy with it, I don't care. This is what I'm doing because I'm relatively committed. I will say, also disclaimer, I am behind on all of my Advents, but I'm hoping to catch up on the ones I'm bringing to Switzerland tonight on my flight and on my trains. So this is my first one. This is, oh gosh, not gonna be able to reach it. Okay. Oh, knocking everything down. So this is with my Prosper Yarn Advent, and I'm doing the Brioche Adventure by Jonathan something. So this is my only actual Advent calendar I got, and it is, I think the theme was like based off of a Kiwi Christmas, so it's, I think there was a few like inspo pictures when I signed up for it that were gonna give like the general vibes, and the general vibes were cream, tan, green, blue, which are my general vibes. So very happy with it so far. So this is where we're at. I think this is the right side. Yeah, this is the right side. So it's just gonna be a big brioche kind of wrap parallelogram at the end, and I am 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5 colors in. So this is what it looks like. I also am filming this on my back camera, so I have no idea what you all can see, and I hope it focuses. But so this is where I'm at. So the issue that this was giving me was I ordered the Advent and 2 additional big skeins, which were technically the day 25 skeins, which I opened early. And originally I was going to do a whole shawl with the day 25 skeins held as the background color on all of these. So this is the technical right side of it, and then this is the wrong side. So the wrong side becomes the right side in the next section. So I was just gonna have the one side just be all of the day 25 color, which I'm not gonna, I can't remember if I already said it or not on a different episode, but I'm not gonna say what it is because it technically is day 25. But I wasn't loving how it was looking, especially as I opened up the first few days, which were like this darker tealy green, then this more like true navy, and then like a dark turquoise. I wasn't loving how it was looking with the day 25 color because I wasn't really getting like I was getting a fade vibe from the colors, but they weren't fading as well as I had hoped they would. And I restarted it, I think 3 or 4 times through the first 3 days. Didn't love it. Looked on Instagram and saw a lot of the ones I was liking were not ones that had solid background color and then changing main colors. It was ones that were kind of fading, and back color was coming the front color, main color was coming contrast was becoming main was phasing out. So that is what I wound up doing. And I'm saving my scraps. I found another pattern I wanted to do with this advent from, I think it's the woman who designed the Whitmore. She made a scarf with, I think it was with an advent and mohair. I think I want to do that, but with the day 25 skeins and whatever scraps I have left. So far it seems like I'm going to have about 5 to 8 grams left of each of the middle colors, and then the last 2 colors I'll have about 11 or 12 grams left over of. So I think that should be fine, and I'll have enough yarn to get through the 2 skeins of the day 25, because that was my other math issue. Was I think it was only an option of 1 or 2 skeins. I couldn't get more. My preference would have been to have the same number of skeins of day 25 as the advent, so I could either marl it or use it as the true background color and just do this stitch pattern all the way through the whole, like the whole mini skein. But because I only have 200 grams of the day 25, and these all equal 480, I was gonna run out or just have to cut this short. So I think I would have had enough to go with the pattern, and use the day 25 skeins, but it didn't seem like a risk I was willing to take after going through one section. I think one section takes me about 45 minutes or an hour, maybe 45 minutes. So this is what it's looking like, and I will show you. So this is the start. I'm starting the day 5 section, so it's going to be day 5 as the main color, day 6 as the contrast color. I have opened up all of my advent bags through today, which is the 13th. So I'll quickly show you the next few colors, which I have day 6 caked up already. It is this really pretty tealy blue, seafoam, all of the green colors. And then the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors are, so this isn't going to be a spoiler because these are, oh, I think I just messed it up. These aren't going to be, this isn't going to be posted today. It's already tomorrow in New Zealand, so it's fine. But so we have 7 and 8, 9, 10, okay, we'll just do this. So 6, 7, 8, 9 are these next few. I'm not holding those well, sorry. And then, did I say 10? No. 13, 12, 11, 10. Yeah. 10, 11, 12, and 13. So you can see it is kind of, I don't know if it said when I bought it, it is definitely fading. I love all of these colors so much, and I'm glad I wound up doing the pattern how I did, which is how it was actually written. My concern when I first started was that there wasn't going to be enough contrast between like these two in the brioche for it to really make that much of an impact or a difference, but I like how it's going. I like that it seems like it's fading. I mean, I'm only halfway through the advent, so it might not continue to fade, but I like the direction it's going a lot. So that is that advent. I don't think I have anything else to add on it. No. Okay. So my other 2 advents, which I shouldn't quote, they are advents. I'm going to talk while I grab. They are my cozy knitter skeins of yarn, and these are also behind. So first thing I'll show is, this is last year's cozy knitter advent 24 stripe. So what I'm doing for this one is I'm holding it with just a skein of bare yarn, and I'm making like somewhere between a DK and a worsted sock, and I'm going to catch up on these, but these are going to be for my mom, and I'm actually really looking forward to these because she likes really high socks. So I'm just gonna knit all that's left of this. So this I think is going to be another repeat of 25. And then I'm going to cut a heel in when I'm done. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 days. So a little behind. I only have one of them done too. So this is what it looks like. And I don't think I think lashes are already packed for you to see, but the marling does make it look a lot more cohesive, which my mom is not one for, she's not like a bright, crazy, wild person color-wise, especially together. So I think the marling is helping kind of tone everything down and make it more cohesive. And also their socks, like they can be a little wild. And then my socks are this year's Advent, which is 2022. So this is where I'm at. I'm through day 10 on this sock. And I'm going to put the heel in tonight. So last year I did afterthought heels on them because I wasn't sure how far I would get through in the foot before I had to bind off, and I didn't want to either. I wanted it to be 25 stripes. So 25 stripes? 24 stripes. 24 stripes, I think. Wow. I think it's going to be 24 stripes. But I wanted it to be the full repeat. I didn't want it to be too short last year. So I did an afterthought. And this year, I just like how heel flaps fit me better. So I'm going to do a heel flap this year, and I'm doing it on day 10. So this one is ready for the heel flap tonight on the flight. This one needs a bit of catching up. I think I'm only 5 days in on this one. So needs a little bit of help, but that's what tonight's for. I have an 8-hour flight with nothing to do other than knit and sleep. So hoping to catch up on those today, and maybe tomorrow on the plane or on the train. So I'm landing in Zurich, and I'm taking a train, which I think is going to be about an hour, maybe 2, to Basel. And that's where I'm going to be staying for the first few days. So I'm going to have some train knitting to do. Hopefully the knitting will keep me awake so I'm not falling asleep on the train, because I have done that before. It's not very fun. But that is that. So those are 2 of my 2 other Advents, which I am taking with me because they're socks and they're easy. My other projects I'm taking this skein of yarn, which is a Homespun House Holly Jolly Christmas, and it is beautiful, gorgeous, spectacular as always. And I don't know if it's gonna pick it up, but there is stellina on this yarn, so it is, what is Molly's split? 75% merino, 10% nylon. No, I don't know. It's some combo of merino, nylon, and stellina. It's gorgeous. I'm just doing the whole sock in this yarn because I didn't feel like I didn't dig up a mini yet to go with this. I have a lot of Molly's tonals, which are like traditional Christmas colors. So I have Polly, which is her like bright, cool toned red. Matcha, which is like matcha colored. It's like Grinch greeny. It's almost, I might be able to point them all out here. It's like this color green. Polly is similar to this, not really, kind of like my nail color, maybe a little bit more orange than that. I have Marjorie, which is like a classic Kelly green, and I have Lingonberry, which is, I have Lingonberry? I have Lingonberry, which is like a purpley burgundy, and I have Lincoln, which is more of a, I have a lot of Molly's yarn, and then Lincoln, which is like a more rust burgundy red. So as of now, it's just going single skein, no contrast, anything. I don't think, other than my Regia socks, I don't think I have any hand-dyed yarn socks that are only one skein all the way through. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. We'll see if I change my mind, but as of now, I think that's what I'm leaning towards. Yeah. Although pink could be kind of fun on this. We'll see. And then my other, I think I'm packing too much per usual, but my other thing I'm gonna bring is I'm gonna bring my Woolberry sweater quantity, which may be a mistake, but there's also a yarn shop where I'm going, so it's not like I'm gonna run out of yarn. But so I decided I'm gonna make the red, use the red first. So this is, let's see. This red is festive, and it's a really pretty, like, perfect burgundy maroon red. And I believe that the Surrey is called Cranberry Cocktail, and this is technically the variegated one, and this is the tonal. So it's not as easy to tell on the Surrey, I think, especially in this colorway, that this is variegated, but if I'm remembering correctly, I think this is technically variegated. I do have the full sock skein down there, but so I am bringing this and needles, and I'm going to make a Monday sweater, I think. As of now, that's the plan. Monday sweater. And my last project, I'm trying to look at my yarn log to see if I can even get to it relatively quickly. I think I can. I'll show it. So 1 second. So my last project is going to be a pair of mittens, because I don't know where any of my mittens are, and it is supposed to be freezing cold in Switzerland. Oh, perfect. Oh, huh. Would you look at that? I already started it last year. So this was a plan for last year that clearly never got finished, which we're restarting, retrying, and seeing where we get to. Let's see. This is my, good Lord. Does anyone else like this, or does everyone else just have nice storage solutions and doesn't just throw things in baskets like me? Okay. Anyway. Basket of chaos with a lot of my leftover Sorella yarns from other projects. Just chaos. And one lobby anime. All right, put this down. And then, so my plan is a mittens, plural, not just one. Oh, are these the needles I was looking for this morning too? That would be fantastic. Untangle. Okay. What size needles are these? 3.5. Looks like a pretty good fabric. All right. So this is Sorella yarn. It is worsted, and the colorway is Chateau. Huh. I think I like these. Maybe I'll make these. So this is as far as I got last year. I was trying to make these last year for Switzerland before we left, and I clearly didn't finish and just stopped and never started again, but I couldn't even tell you the pattern. Terrible person. Okay, so this is Sorella Chateau. It is a fall tonal. I believe I've said this before, but it's from last year's tonal collection is when I bought it. However, she brought it back again this fall. I was very tempted to buy more of it. I made my terrazzo neck out of this with terrazzo neck from Petite Knit, and I believe that used like a skein and a bit. This is the bit left over, and then I have a whole another skein, and I was gonna just cake up that other skein, but apparently I don't need to. So I was thinking I was gonna make the Pearl Soho like basic mitten pattern, although I do kind of like the cable. My only concern is I feel like these are very holy. I don't know. Should I bring something to make a mitten liner? Is that weird? Double lined mittens? This has put a large wrench in the plans of what I thought I was going to bring. Not a large one, small wrench. How do you make mitten liners? Are you supposed to use a thinner yarn? Softer yarn? This is pretty soft. You know what? Could do these mittens with, looking at all my yarn. My plume from Magpie, which was in my Alpenglow, that like goldy mustard color. I feel like that might be a fun little pop on the inside of with this. Maybe. I don't know. Needs to take a look and figure it out. These cables look pretty good for not knowing what I was doing last year. Oh, I did one extra one there. Sorry if you can hear those horns. It's the middle of the day. Sorry, big tangent there. No one should allow me to record anything without having proper caffeination. But so, I was really just mentally processing everything there. So, plan is the 2 sets of Advent socks, the homespun house sock yarn, socks, Monday sweater, and these. These might take precedence, honestly, because I can't find my gloves. I don't have any hand knit pairs of gloves yet because I get distracted, but all of my store-bought gloves have run away. I have no idea where they've gone. I have like my ski gloves, but I don't want to wear those every day because those seem just a tad aggressive. So I need to make new gloves, and I feel like I could make a pair of worsted weight gloves pretty darn quickly. It's supposed to be snowing when I land tomorrow, which is fine because I'm not going to be outside a ton, and I can always just warm my hands up with like mulled wine, or if I have to, I could buy a pair of gloves. But my concern is in a few days, it's supposed to be a high of 15 degrees in Zermatt, where I'm going, during the day. And I don't think I'm going to ski every day when I'm there, so I'm a little concerned about that one. But, which is why I was going to bring gloves. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll bring these. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But, all right. That is it from me for now. Hopefully I was able to keep this somewhat short. I hope. Maybe I'll take some footage of like airport and like landing, and I'll add it at the end here. If not, I'll edit this on the plane and post it when I land tomorrow. And then I guess let me know, do you want to see like kind of footage of day-to-day stuff I'm doing in Switzerland with my knitting and kind of vlogmas it while I'm there? Or does no one care? Which is also fine. I'm not that entertaining. Otherwise, I will be back probably after Switzerland to film another podcast right before the new year. And maybe I'll do a 2022 wrap up and goals for next year. We'll see. I know a lot of people do the make nines. I haven't really bought into the make nines because so many things come out during the year that I'm like, ooh, shiny new object. So I never feel like I would stick to it, but we'll see. Maybe I'll put like a general plans list. But anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying this holiday season, and thank you for sticking around with me. Hopefully I will see you soon, and thanks for watching. Bye.